You guys just have to use the phone balls now? Yeah.
Do that. Yeah, we're good. Call the meeting to order. Austin?
Yes.
Burrows? Yes. Moreno?
Yes.
Right, we have one.
We need a motion for the approval of the agenda.
Make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, then we move on to our indoor activities building overview.
All right.
You don't pull up anything on the screen.
Yeah, you have yeah. Well, I can start talking. So I'm Brady Dorman, project architect with OPN for the project. Thanks for your time. So we're here tonight to approve the final bid documents before releasing for bid tomorrow. So the final design is pretty similar to final design and plans are pretty similar to what we shared back in June. We've made a few minor adjustments on level one, just to right size the team room proportions and size and just drive a little bit more efficiency in the plan.
Is this the one you want?
The
other one.
Yeah, the other one, if you have that.
This one?
Sorry.
Yes, this one, yep. Okay, so we have the first floor plan here, so down in the lower right-hand corner, you can kind of see the team room. It's more of a square shape now. Previously, it was a longer rectangle, so we retooled that a little bit just to make that space a little bit more functional. We ended up with a larger trainer room and then kind of a bonus storage area. And then we have the restrooms just kind of down on the bottom end of the screen. To the north, we've got the golf practice area, so we have space for 2 simulators, and then over on the right side, some open area for putting and other practice area. And then on the north end, kind of more service space, we have a room for athletic or team storage. So those will come with basically a chain link fence kind of dividers inside that room. So each team, each sport can have their own space. We've got a mechanical room and then finally an officials kind of changing space with lockers. And then we have one single use restroom that does have a shower. So we have that available inside the building. And then on the left side, obviously the large turf space. Let's see if you want to go down to the upper level plan. So this should look pretty similar to what we shared last in June. So we have the elevated walking running track around the turf area, and then over on the right side we have space for 3 batting cages. We have a storage area in the middle, so we have 2 separate closets for batting storage, and then opening to the south end towards the weight area, we have a little counter space with mini fridge for kind of the hydration nutrition station. All the weight equipment shown, that's kind of for planning purposes, all that weight equipment would be provided by the school district. And then we have a stair down on the lower end there. So the building is primarily a pre-engineered metal building system. So that's, again, similar plan to what we had previously. That's really just what we found to be the most cost-effective approach to get the largest space and kind of bang for your buck there. We did do 3 separate cost estimates during the design phase. So I think back when I presented in June, I think we had the SD cost estimate. We also did one when we completed the design development phase. And then more recently, we did an estimate after 65% completion of contract documents. And then this is obviously 100%. So at that 65%, we were still just a little bit over that $9 million construction cost target. So we did incorporate a couple of alternates into the bid project. So essentially, we took some elements of the project and kind of excluded it from the base bid scope. So when the contractors submit their bids, those individual items will have a separate cost, and then come bid day, depending on what that base bid amount is, depending if it's low or a little bit high, you guys have the option of, basically adding those alternates back in if the budget allows. So those alternates would be, alternate 1 is for, the metal screen wall and I guess there between the weights and the, between the weights and the track area. And then on the north between the, batting and the track area. That was something we felt it was a decent amount of money in the cost estimate. It would be nice to have, but functionally could probably do without. The second alternate is the exterior signage. If you want to go down to the next image, Abby. So this is kind of the final exterior image. So this is looking at the southeast corner. So alternate 2 would be the signage you see on the kind of lighter tone brick wall. So the signage on the logo on the south side and the West Liberty Comets on the east side, would be alternate 2. So again, with the base bid, that would not be included. If the bids come in low, that could be added back in. And then alternate 3 would just be, we have manual roller shades on those that whole big window up into the weight area. So that would be something that is easy to isolate if we had to. You could potentially add that later. And then alternate 4 is just this kind of large driveway area on the south end. We need that for fire truck access to the building. Currently in the base bid, most of that is just gravel. And then the alternate would be to pave that completely again if the budget allowed. So we kind of built in some options on bid day just to allow you guys some flexibility if need be. So next.
How much rent is it? How much are those items?
Based on our estimate, I don't have the exact numbers, but I believe the interior screen wall, so alternate 1, I think that was about $75,000-$80,000. Alternate 2, I think that was around $35,000. Alternate 3, the roller shades, I think that was about $10,000-$15,000. And then similar for alternate 4. And again, those were just estimates. So sometimes on the alternates, we have a pretty wide range of kind of bid numbers for those depending on the contractors. So those could end up being higher, they could end up being lower. So next steps, assuming drawings and project is approved tonight, tomorrow we would release the documents publicly for bidding. We just do that through an online plan room that any contractor can access. And then next week on Monday, we would have our pre-bid meeting. I think I'd have to double check the time, but that would just be an opportunity for any interested bidders or subcontractors to come in, ask us questions, see the existing site if they need to, just to provide the opportunity if they need more information. And then also that's an opportunity for them to ask questions. And then generally we don't, unless it's something that's clearly in the documents, we generally won't answer that, but we will follow up with an addendum. So then every interested contractor will have all the same information available. Let's see, and then October 2nd, as Sean mentioned earlier, that would be our bid opening. And then assuming we have some good bids, OPN would review those, provide a bid recommendation to which contractor to approve. Generally, it would just be the lowest bid contractor, assuming that they're responsible and they have all their other things lined up. And then we're currently scheduled for the October 6th board meeting for approval of that contractor or approval of that contract. And then following that, they would essentially be ready to, or they could potentially start. Realistically, they're probably not going to be moving dirt the very next day, but technically they have the ability to do that. And then we're looking at about a 10-month construction period. So we'd be wrapping up early August of 2026 with the idea that you guys could be open for the start of the next school year. And then if you want to kind of go to the next couple slides, we just have a few more interior views. So this is just the final view looking as you come in the main entrance, looking into the turf space. This is a view looking back from the elevated track. So you'll notice kind of the white screen walls there on the upper level. That was that alternate. So again, as the base bid, those would be excluded. But if you did accept that alternate, then that would be included in the project. And then this is finally just a kind of one more view looking at the, along the track. You'll see, just as an example, along the windows along the track, we do have some wire mold, in front of the windows just to protect those from baseballs and things like that. That's what I have, unless I can entertain any questions.
Very impressive.
Thank you.
That's great. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
All right, so now we're moving on to opening the hearing. Yeah, that's out. It's really you. Okay. So this is the time, place and date that we are holding the hearing for the proposed indoor facility project. And at this time, if there's anybody with public comment, now would be the time. We don't have any, so we can move on from that.
All right, and then, you just have to adopt the resolution for the plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of costs for the indoor facility project. As mentioned, we're aiming for that 9 to 9.25 kind of window for our. That's kind of what we have been planning all along. This change over there.
Okay, there's no further questions or comments. We can have a motion for resolution adopting funds for the indoor facility.
I'll make a motion.
Yeah, and I'll second.
Okay, I think we have to do a roll call vote. So Aachen. Yes. Bellfeld,
Yes.
Moreno.
Yes.
And that is what we have on our agenda today. So we can now have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.